Hi everyone, welcome back. And yes, welcome back to our from 1 million Japanese yen to 2 million Japanese yen challenge. I'm Joe and thanks for watching our videos. Okay, first let's take a very quick recap. If you tuned into our episode 1, you know that, how to say, it's like being riding a roller coaster, right? And in episode 1, in one night, we just gain 10% of the how to say the interest, which means that we have already gained around 100,000 Japanese yens. Yes, and yes, and in this week, I think there are two big news, financial American financial news in this week. And last night was the ADP mini non-farm payrolls, right? And now, tonight, we also have the big non-farm payrolls report. And also, I think there's, how to say, the job data, I think. And I will show you them later. And yes, which ended up being a really mixed bag. And yes, and stick around. And this episode too has got drama, very suspense and strategy and the political intrigue, I think, right? So first, let's take a very quick recap of the news. Yes, I think yesterday is the September 5th, I think. And I'm sorry, let me find the news. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Maybe, oh, there's no 5 here. Friday. Yes. You can see the. Yes, here. You can see that last night there's the ADP non-farm employment change data. And the forecast is 136K and the real data is only 54K, right? Which means that the how to say the non-farm employment change, the data is not good. And yes, and normally this kind of the weak data boost gold, which means that the expectations for a Fed cut raise, right? But market react in the opposite way, I think. The dollar strengthened and the gold just tumbled. I followed the data and went along gold and ended up losing 500,000 Japanese yen. And yes, and today we also have the data, I think. Sorry, it's very hard to find the data here because there are really many data, I think. No, I'm sorry, let me. Okay, cool. Yes. Yes, here, the two data. Yes, tonight at the Japanese time, how to say, the 21:30, there are two very important data, which is the unemployment rate and the non-farm payroll, I think, right? And yes, I think the data, generally speaking, is very weak. The jobs added just here, 22K in August, which is far below than the how to say 129K of the forecast. And unemployment rate and ticked up to the 4.3%, I think, which is where the forecast is only 4.1, and which is the highest level since around I think it's 2021, right? And this week labor data just strengthened the investors. How to say? Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Has already. Yeah. This week labor data always strengthened the investors' expectations for the rate cut, and sending the stock higher and maybe the gold higher and the bonds yields lower and the dollar goes more weaker, right? And yes, this is ironic, I think, because as we all know, the President Trump just had fired the POS. I think that the commissioners and accusing her of the actor manipulating jobs data because of the numbers are so bad. And this time, the data is really bad. Yes. And here is the trade record of my data. You can see from my screen, and currently there's no trade. And here's the trade record, and here's very specific trade details, right? You can see that last night on the 2024 September 4th, yes, I just buy gold because I think, just as I said, the ADT data shows a very weak American job market, and usually in this kind of the market, we should buy gold, right? And I just buy gold, and ended up nearly 500,000 Japanese yen. And today, just as I said, the data is still very weak, especially for the, I think it's ADT data, right? It's far behind the expectation. And I also buy, and today I just gained, 635 Japanese yen. And which means that in these 2 days, I just, have nearly 135 profit. Yes. And let's see the specific strategies. Yes, because you can from the, the K lines here. I'm sorry, let me change it to the not 50 minutes, not 5 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, I think. Yes. Here is the data. I'm sorry, I didn't draw up a line. Here is the ADT data publication timing, and let's see the left side of the data. As you can see that during the whole days from maybe 6 a.m. to the timing down just right before the news, we can see that the market, there's no big changes in the market, right? Which means that we cannot apply the smart money concept. So usually at this kind of the positions, I will not do any tradings, but today I think it's a really big news, right? And it's very high related to the, the rate cutoff in the September. So I still decide to trade. And yes, my strategy is that at, 9:30, and I just seen the market reactions, and the push in, I brought 2 point, the last one, I think that right? The last line, 2.35 loss of gold at about, I think is 3,567 US dollars. And then the leverage is 1,000, and then the accurate classic, scale out, plus the trailing stop. I think that at first I sold 0.35, I think. Here's the record. Oh, I'm sorry, it's too specific. Here, I just sell 0.35 gold at the first, around, the 934, right? And yes, I just had a profit around 50K Japanese yen, right? And then I just sold, I think is, 0.6 here. Market sell 0.6 gold. And I think that the profit is around 150K Japanese yen. And finally, I just sell, I think, last, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the specific point, but yes, we can see the record here. So the totally, the last trade is I just put the stop loss at the 3,585, and I brought at the price of the 3,567, and it ended up I have 635,000 Japanese yen. That's right. So yes, the 2-night result. Last night I just lost around 500,000, but today I just had the profit of the 350, I think, in Japanese yen. The key point is that I just want to show you this. I think it's very typical error that we made, which means that data doesn't mean the 100% directions. And yesterday, the week, ADP didn't move gold upward. I think the market is just waiting for today's the ADP and the job data, and this is the reason why there's yesterday's the week ADP data didn't move gold like euro. And the second thing is that the major event demands disciplined execution. Yes, which means that if we are a trader, we have to have our own policy. We have to be very self-disciplined and exist that kind of the policy very well. Yes, and the third thing is I think is stay patient, right? And everyone just happen these kind of the big losses in their trading. No one can say I'm okay, I'm 100% successful trader. No one can do that. When the big loss happen, but you must stay still self-disciplined, very disciplined to catch the next wave. Okay, this is our the second episode, and we will keep updating our video. And thanks for watching our videos. And if you feel you're very interested in this, and please hit the subscription and follow button, either in LinkedIn or our YouTube channel. And you won't want to miss episode 3. Thank you. Bye.